So if you'd have been here on the 10th of February, you would have been greeted for breakfast by a cannonball or four coming straight across the top of the hill and various other places along the side of the river. Parliamentarians, not wanting to give up without a fight, started firing back. So for about 3 or 4 days, a cannonade went on, staging a crossfire, a great big 12-pound iron ball. Also muskets were in range, having pot shots at each other, and the noise must have been horrendous. Many of the harbourside buildings caught fire just to add to the carnage. Eventually, the parliamentarians sent a flag of truce and said, shall we stop this ceaseless bombardment? You're not going to get over here and win. The reply to which the royalist officers said, we will give up when we're ready or you surrender. And they settled down to a long siege lasting about 20 days. On the 27th of February, parliamentarians had already regained both towns. The royalists had made a mistake and were kicked out of town on around about the 23rd. They came back reinforced by over 5,000 men. The parliamentarians had about 900, with which they had to hold this town and Melcombe Regis. They knew the royalists were coming and they knew they couldn't stop them out here. So they built a barricade between the Boot and the old town hall, and on the other side between the houses, blocking the roads into Weymouth. This would have been a Tudor street, very enclosed. This barricade, lightly held, folded as soon as the attack came in. Imagine yourselves as parliamentarians standing here. You could have spotted your own brother or another member of the family on the other side coming towards you. Would you have killed him? He was going to kill you, possibly. As they flooded through this defence, the people manning it ran straight down the road, and if you look to your left down there, you'll see a black and yellow gate at the bottom of the street where the car park is. Right down there, the parliamentarians had laid the trap. There were 3 cannon in place, much bigger than the one we've got today, loaded with iron shot, pieces of flint and nails. Known as case shot, it's devastating when used in an enclosed space. You flash, a great big bang, and you are totally blown to pieces. Fire! Parliamentarians eventually turning their muskets around and using them like great big blocks of wood, smashing people's skulls, breaking ribs, breaking legs, pushed the royalists back up this street. In this attack alone, over 450 were killed in that first volley. They lost about another 800 in the rest of the town during the fight. Lay this wreath in the memories of all those people that were killed in that conflict, and to remember all those people ever since then that have died in the cause that they believed in.
Again then. You're all
Big water inlet, known as the Black Hole because the water was really dark, the tide didn't move much here. It was the harbour for whaling. And it used to tie boats up in here and unload them, and then the deals would be done down there in the Tudor house. So these Irishmen, they were part of the force that was coming on the Royalist counter-attack on the last day of the siege. They would have come from the Nove Peninsula, where their regiment had been isolated some week before, reinforced by some of Goring's men from Dorchester. They were supposed to attack at the same time as the other end of town where we've just come from. So a few minutes past midnight, they started fighting their way from the Nove Peninsula. The problem that they had was that they were outnumbered 4-1 by the Royalists. Pilot! Musketeers to left hand about, please. March. March on. The King of the Cause! The King of the Cause! The Church of the Lord! The Church of the Lord! God Stewart, King of England! Charles Stewart, King of England! Sir Nicholas Bunny! Sir Nicholas Bunny! Sir Stephen Hawking! Sir Stephen Hawking! All out the colours! All out the officers! Withdraw your rank and file! Huzzah! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.